Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another video. I've gone out and picked some beers up today, but before we get going, I'm going to have a rant about Morrisons. Now, normally, I think we've all been in shops where either you've gone to pick something up and they've said this isn't on offer, or you've maybe gone through the till with something that is supposed to be on offer and it's not gone through, and you've said fuck it, you know, you've just ignored it. I've done it many a time over the years on certain things. If you're not really spending much, you don't really worry, sort of thing. You know, if you pick up two things that are £1.75 each but it says two for £3, you know, and it still goes through at the full price, sometimes you just say, oh, I can't be asked to fucking sort all this out, don't you? You can't be asked. But on this occasion, I did say something and it got on my tits, and it was about Morrisons. Now, I saw a post the other day, before we get on to my bit, that Morrisons put up, oh, spend £35, I think it was, in our store, and we'll give you 5p off a litre. The amount of comments on that, where people had said, look, Morrisons, you're taking the fucking piss. You're 20p dearer than my local station, so why the hell would I even come to you and spend 35 quid to still end up paying 15p more a litre? So I think with motorists, Morrisons aren't in the good books. Now, they're not in my good books now, not only because of fuel, but they're not in my good books now because of me trying to pick beer up. Now, I've gone into Morrisons. I went to a few places, but we'll get onto them afterwards. But I went into Morrisons last of all. I thought I'll go and have a nosy, see what beers they got there, because in Shrewsbury they tend to have different ones that I ever see. So I've gone in there. And there was a few there, to be honest. There was only about 3 that I sort of felt like I wanted to pick up or give a try to. But I found another one, because the beers, nearly all the beers were on 4 for 3. Even the sort of like the £1.80, £2 beers, which are now sort of like £2, £2.25 I noticed in there. They're all 4 for 3. Even sort of like the non-alcoholic ones were on 4 for 3. Nearly everything was. The Belgian ones, everything was on 4 for 3, I think. Maybe not the Lef. They might have been, but I don't think they were. Not them ones. But all your standard craft beer was all 4 for 3 pretty much. So I'm looking. I find 4 beers I'm going to have in the end. So there was Tiny Rebel 505, which was a New England IPA, £4.50. Now, I didn't want to pay £4.50 just to try it, but I thought with the 4 for 3, if I'm saving some money off another can, it's bringing it down a little bit. So there was that. There was the Tiny Rebel 505. There was Riffle, a West Coast IPA. I think it's a Thornbridge collaboration. That was £3. There was a Polly's Brew double dry hopped pale ale, I think, £3.50. And I think the other one I picked up was another New England IPA. I think it was from Siren, a New England IPA called Juka or something, or Jauka or whatever. Right. But all the tickets, 4 for 3. The Tiny Rebel, £4.50, £3.50 for the Polly's, £3 for the Riffle, £3 for the other one. So we get to the till, go through the till. It's not coming up straight away that it comes off, but it doesn't always, does it? It doesn't really come off till the end. So I'm there at the till and I've done my thing and it's still not come off. So I've just paid it. So I'm thinking maybe I've got it wrong here. Maybe Baz has got it wrong. So I pay it. I take all the cans of my receipt and I go around to the aisle and I double check. All 4 for 3. So I go to customer services and I tell them what's happened. I said, they're all 4 for 3. The free one hasn't come off. All right, okay, we'll sort that. Scanned, £4.50. Oh, that's a different price. That's £3. That's a different price. That's £3. Right? She then says to me, the Tiny Rebel one isn't on the 4 for 3. I said, it is. I said, the ticket's out there. That's what it says. She then proceeded to tell me that the Polly's one wasn't on it because it wasn't 4 for 3. Well, actually, tell I, Tiny Rebel first, then another £3 one. She said, that's on it. Then the Polly's, £3.50, wasn't 4 for 3. I said, they're all 4 for 3. I said, you just get the cheapest one free, because she happened to mention that they weren't the same price. Now, at this point, I'm starting to get a little bit pissed off with her. Anyone seen Planes, Trains and Automobiles? Steve Martin's car was blowing up, or, no, what was it? He had all that trouble with the car, didn't he? And when he went to go and get his car, somebody had nicked his car that he'd reserved, and he's there talking to that woman, a ginger-haired woman if I'm correct, and she's being real smarmy and smug. I felt like Steve Martin today in Morrisons because I felt like knocking this woman out, to be honest, because you're doing my head in. Anyway, got to the point, she said, no, they're not on offer. So I thought, fuck you, I thought, bollocks to you. So I said, I'll just have all my money back then. And she did. And she didn't complain or anything like that. But I'm thinking, Morrisons have just lost money because they wouldn't honour a deal that is out. Now, maybe it's not on. But I'm telling you, the tickets are out on the shelf. They were all saying 4 for 3. So why aren't they honouring it? So that's my rant. Morrison, sort your shit out. You can't be putting offers out there and they're not honouring them. You know what I mean? It does my head in. I know they don't legally have to honour it, but it's false advertising. It's false advertising and it's a load of bollocks. And I think it's deceiving. And I think they just expect everyone to say, fuck it. I would just have them anyway. Just annoys me. And do you know what's really annoying? I bet if I went into Morrisons tomorrow in Shrewsbury, I bet you any money, exactly the same labels would still be out in the same place. So even though I've gone there and I've moaned to the customer service about it, I bet she's still sat behind that counter, now I don't want to be rude, on her big fat ass and hasn't even gone to check the labels or done anything about it or even mentioned it to anyone. Right, I've got me rant out the way, 6 minutes in. Let's get on with what I've come here to do. And that's some new beers that I bought. So there would have been more. There would have been 4 more beers, which, like I said, would have been Tiny Rebel 505, Jalka or Juka or something, Siren, New England, a double dry hop pale ale from Polly's, and it would have been Riffle. But we haven't got them. So I went to Shrewsbury, meet the missus for dinner. Before I went to meet her, I went into Tesco's and I picked 3 beers up. One of them was actually recommended to me the other day. And what I got was 2 from Buxton, as it happens. So I saw these and I went for it. So the first one I picked up from Buxton, which was, I think this, shut up cat, you're doing my head in, hang on. Not the right time to be disturbing me, cat. Right, so we've been into Tesco's, I've picked 3 beers up. They both actually say IPA, but one that actually on the receipt was called a pale ale. So I'm not sure which one. But the first one I got is 50/50 IPA. And it's got US Citra hops and Olicana from the UK hops. And that's in a 440ml can, coming in at 5.5%. This either went through at £3 or £2.35, so I'm not sure. So we got that from Buxton. And the other Buxton one I picked up, pretty much picked it up because of a review I done the other day, Buxton Mantle IPA, and somebody had recommended the Phoenix from Buxton. So I saw that and I picked it up, and that's an IPA as well. It's coming in at 6% in a 440ml can, and this either went through at £3 or £2.35. One was £3, one was £2.35. You make your mind up. And last but not least, the other one I picked up, and I've heard good things about it, and it's actually a non-alcoholic beer. And I've thought many times about picking it up. And today I just happened to go in there, and I thought I'm going to pick it up. And should have been £1.80, because I had my Tesco Club card, I got it for £1.50. And it's Lucky Saint, and I'm not sure if that's the actual brewery Lucky Saint, but it's a bottle of Lucky Saint. It's a German style lager, I think, Bavarian style lager or something. And it's coming in 0.5%, and it is in a 330ml bottle. And I might actually do a comparison with the Heineken 0%, because I've got Heineken 0% going in there soon. Thought I'd put that in, hopefully it will keep me off a little bit of the alcohol. I can maybe just do 1 review rather than drink 3 alcoholic beers, or do 3 reviews. I can have a couple of them first and then just do me a review. So I may even do a comparison with that. So we got that. And then after, that's it, I picked them up, went and had a bite to eat with the missus, and then I went off to Salopian Brewery, which is in a place called Hadnall, and just outside Shrewsbury, for like a little village outside Shrewsbury. And what I picked up was 4 beers that I'd never had from them before, and one of them is something special. I'm hoping it is anyway, because it cost me enough. Now, I'm not sure what I spent there was £28.30. So I think these have come in at about £10.80 for these 3 cans, and they're all part of their Black Label range. And the first one we've got is a can of their Tenderfoot, and that's coming in at 4.5%. It's in a 440ml can, and this is a zesty session IPA hopped with Citra, Cascade and Centennial. Session IPA, God no. All I saw was IPAs. I didn't see session, but I should have known really at 4.5%. So we got that coming up. Next one from them is a can of their Keepsake, and that's coming in at 4.2%. And this is a New England, delightfully refreshing session New England IPA hopped with Citra, pours naturally cloudy, blah, blah, blah. So we got that coming up. It's a £10.80, I said it coming at, didn't I? About £3.60 a can, something like that. And last but not least, and I'm looking forward to this one, I just from the name, I assumed it was a stout. And we've got a can of their Dark Web, and it's coming in at 6.2%. And this, again, 440ml can, a black IPA. So I'm really looking forward to that one. So we got them. Like I say, they come in at £10.80. Now, the expensive one now is coming, and this is Salopian's first ever barrel-aged beer. It cost me £17.50. It's going to be a one-off, you know what I mean? It's been 2 years in the making, apparently. It's a 750ml bottle, Cajun cork, and this is a bottle of their Waters of Lee, or Lee, I think it's pronounced, Waters of Lee. It is a bourbon barrel-aged imperial stout. It's coming in at 9%, so it's not the heaviest of alcohol volumes, really. So at £17.50, it wants to be good, but it is a 750ml bottle. It's their first ever one. It does quickly say on the back, aromas of vanilla, oak and sweet bourbon, evolved over an 8-month aging process, combined with notes of rich chocolate, roasted malts and coffee to present an imperial stout to savour and enjoy. So yeah, I picked that up. Now, I know it's expensive, but it's a one-off treat, and I thought I'd try it. And it's supporting local as well, if you like. So yeah, that's me rant out the way. They're the beers that are going to be coming up at some point again. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've not fallen asleep, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon on another beer review. Cheers.